What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 4 for another car story. And today we are talking about something that's a vast departure from what we've had the last couple episodes. This is the Ford F-150 SVT Lightning. This truck was produced from 1998 to 2004, and it is something quite special and quite special to me. So let's fire it up, do a nice launch, and then we'll talk about it. Notice right off the bat, unfortunately, they didn't really quite nail the sound of the supercharger sound that this truck had, which is very distinctive, very notable, and very awesome. So that's unfortunate, but I understand that they just, sound was not the priority of games like this in 2004, 2005, whatever. So, anyways, this truck is quite cool, quite special. Obviously, the SVT Lightning, the first gen, came out on the previous gen F-150 in the early 90s. And then they brought it back for, again, I don't know all the F-150 generations, but whatever this one was, pretty notable, late 90s, early 2000s. And they actually kept this body style an additional year after the normal F-150 went to the next version. They kept this one for 2004 so that they continue producing this particular truck. So that's pretty unique, pretty special. Obviously, this is the short bed flare side pickup truck that they've went and stuck or a similar motor basically to the SVT Terminator Cobra in, with a big supercharger on. This engine also appeared in the F-150 Harley-Davidson edition in later years, 2002 I think, but was detuned slightly for that version. But this had the full 380 horsepower, which wasn't quite what the SVT Cobra made, but near enough. And again, in a pickup truck, that was insane. This was followed up not too long after by the SRT-10 Viper-powered Dodge Ram V10, which was absolutely insane. That truck came in a manual short bed, and then a automatic gearbox quad cab long bed. But this thing was only made in the short bed, only this body style, and I think it's incredible. They made some different changes to this as the years went on. The later versions got these kind of clear, again, everybody was doing Altezza style tail lights, which I think are incredible and look awesome. Different headlights, different wheels, different paint options, obviously. So this thing had just an automatic gearbox, and then inside it was basically like any normal kind of dual cab Ford F-150 from the era, which was pretty awesome. And again, it was absolutely incredible as far as performance, especially for a pickup truck. Obviously very, very fast. The downside was handling-wise. All that power with the rear-wheel drive truck and zero weight, of course, being a pickup truck over the rear wheels. The thing had a tendency to be quite snappy, quite slidey. Traction was difficult to come by, of course. And just a very difficult handling thing, as you'd expect. But definitely something very, very unique to the auto industry. So I just love it. I've always loved this. I think that they look really awesome. And again, who cares if they're just F-150s? They're special. And I think a lot of people tend to agree with me, because even to this day, again, 20 plus years later, these things, even with high mileage, because these were used, not very many of these are ever preserved or stored. You don't see them come up for sale with like low miles very often. They're usually beaten or ratted or modified or something like that. And to this day, one with 100,000 miles or something is probably 35 grand. One with 200,000 miles is probably 25 to 30 grand. So they get used, they get driven a lot, but that obviously proves that they're quite reliable. There are probably very few flaws. I know that there are some different spark plug breaking issues in these cars, or these trucks, I guess, this motor. And again, this platform was used in a couple different machinery, mainly this, again, obviously the SVT Cobra, Terminator Cobra from 2003, 2004. So that kind of platform and that motor and supercharger combination kind of started out in this. So very unique, very special, and again, something a little bit different being a pickup truck. SVT these days has kind of become what Ford Racing, the Ford Racing banner, they were kind of all morphed together. So the racing team and the special vehicles team is no more officially, technically. But of course, they still do some other special edition trucks, but usually they're off-road focused. Obviously, the Raptor, the various Raptors. I guess now they have a Bronco Raptor and what's the other one? The Ranger Raptor. So they have some different Raptor products, and so they do off-roady stuff with some of their trucks and make them performance-oriented. But nothing was like as street race ready ever as this F-150 SVT Lightning. So very, very special to me. Nostalgic, of course. Again, a lot of people know this as being the truck that Brian drove in the very first Fast and Furious movie. That was a red one, I believe. And that was kind of a lot of people's first introduction to it. And they didn't really know what it was, didn't know why it was special, but some people definitely did. And that shows, and based on the history, the love for this truck, and the nostalgia value it has, and just how special it is even to this day. So definitely, if you're looking for something sporty that, again, you can use on a semi-regular basis, obviously you probably don't want to drive this in snow. That sounds like it would be an absolute disaster. But you could use this truck. I mean, they're very usable. They're still Ford F-150s. They just have a little bit of a special trick up their sleeves. So very unique, very special. Let me know how you feel about this, how you feel about other performance, sporty type trucks. If you think they should make a comeback, I'm a big fan of them. I think that it would be awesome to see, again, Ford do something like this with a short bed truck. I know that some people have done custom ones before and different supercharged things with Shelby and other things, but Ford and themselves with Ford Racing / SVT, whatever, has never actually come out with a follow-up to this release. So let me know what you think down below. If you love it, hate it, think it's cool, think it's pointless and stupid because it's still an F-150, and if you're going to buy something like this, you should buy a Cobra anyways. Obviously, being 20 plus years old now, they definitely are older trucks, and so they're not prime stuff. So let me know again if you'd rather have any generation of Raptor or just, again, a modern sports car, because this is kind of a compromise car, of course. It's always going to be being a pickup truck, but let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it down below and love to have a discussion because I think they're quite cool and I love them personally, but obviously that's why we're making these videos, to talk about stuff like this. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're still enjoying Gran Turismo 4 videos. Have a handful left, less than 5. We're getting down to the last couple of weeks of doing these here. So I appreciate all the love and support thus far on these. They've been awesome to record. I love getting to talk about cars, as you all know by this point. And this is a pretty special and unique and cool one to me. So very glad I got the opportunity to drive it for a little while and talk about it. I hope you enjoyed it. So make sure you like down below on this video, subscribe so you don't miss the last couple coming up. Plenty of good more iRacing content, Camaro content, track day content, anything else I may do, other racing games. I appreciate you all so very much, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see what's up next. So that's going to be it for me, though. Till next time, as always, bye.